Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Freeland here. We're going to do some really hard work today as readers. We're going to really slow down, take our time, and we're going to think about how our characters are feeling, what they're doing, and see what we can learn about our characters. And in order to really think about what they're doing in the story, we're going to read, reread, and then we're going to say what our character did on those pages without looking. And we're going to retell the story without really going back to read it again as I'm reading it. I'm just going to tell about it. So let me show you how this works, boys and girls. I'm going to use if you take a mouse to school book, I'm going to start off and I'm going to read probably about 3 or 4 pages, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back and reread those pages. Then I'm going to try and tell the story that I remember from those pages. Because when you read, it's not just saying words like you, mouse, the school, take. That didn't make sense, did it? No. Reading is putting together the words to make sense that tells a story. And then we also need to remember what we read. So this is going to help you remember what you read. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to reread it. If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And when you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich and a snack for later. And then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. So now I'm going to reread it so it goes right in my brain. Ready? If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And when you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich and a snack for later. And he'll need a notebook with some pencils. So boys and girls, it starts out that the mouse wants to go to school, and he's going to ask you for your lunchbox, and then he's going to want a snack, and then he's going to want his pencils and a notebook. All right, boys and girls, did you see how I remembered that? Now, if I read it the first time through just one time, I really don't think I could have remembered that to retell it. All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do the same thing. About 3 or 4 pages. I'm going to reread, and then tell you the story. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. And when you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and look around. You might do a little math and spell a word or two, and he might even try an experiment. And then he'll need to wash up, and then you'll have to take him to the bathroom. All right, I'm going to reread that section again. You know, it seems like a lot of work, but I think it really puts it in your brain. All right. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. And when you get into school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. He'll want to do a little math, spell a word or two, and then maybe try a science experiment. And then he'll need to wash up. All right, boys and girls, so let's see if I can remember. So he wanted to share the backpack. And then he wanted to do math and spell words and do a science experiment. And he got dirty from the science experiment. Then he had to wash up. I think I may have missed a little part. Oh, and he wanted to look around. I did. I missed a little part. So boys and girls, that's what you're going to be doing today. You're going to read a section of your story. You're still going to think about your characters, where they are, how they feel. So then you're going to read through a section, reread it again, just like I did the second time, because that really puts it in your brain. And then you're going to say out loud and try and tell that part of the story to someone else. All right, boys and girls, this is tough work, but I know you got it. So read, reread, tell. Read, reread, tell the story. And you're still noticing the character's feelings, and you're noticing where the character's going. All right, boys and girls, that's a lot to think about, but you got this. Good luck today.